Hey guys, this is Edith with Scrapbooking with Me, and I'm going to show you a way today to use up some of those scraps, plus make some items that are really good to sell at craft fairs, craft shows, that kind of thing. I had some papers left over in a paper pack that we had last year. It was called Havana. It's very pretty papers, but I just had some left over that I wanted to go ahead and use up. I like to use what I have, but sometimes you have to have some of that new stuff, you know? But anyway, I like to feel that I'm using some of the old and some of the new. But this was from last year. If I can find it, I will link it below. It's some very pretty papers, as you'll see when I start using them. But I'm going to use some of this. Now you're going to need 4 pieces of 12 by 12 to make this, and it is a little mini album. It makes up very quick, but they are so cute when you finish with them. The first thing that you're going to need to do, make sure that your paper is 12 by 12. As you know, sometimes papers are cut a little bit larger, so just make sure that it measures up to be a 12 by 12. And then I go in and I mark the bottom of my paper. Like this side has a direction on it, so I can tell that this is the bottom. So I mark the bottom of my paper with a little X. Now on that, you want to put the bottom to the right hand side, and then you want to score at 9 inches. Now it's better if you use a cardstock or a paper pad that's a little bit thick. This paper is quite thick, so it works well. And then you want to score at, you want to turn it. So here's the bottom, right here where I just scored. I want to turn it this way, and then I want to score at 6. Now you may have already seen these out there. They've been around for a while, but I just wanted to show you my take on them. Whoops, I just dropped my scoreboard. So you want to fold that up and then fold this over. And as you can see, when you fold this over, this is going to make your little album. And then I just kind of make sure that it's folded evenly and that kind of thing. So there's going to be, this is going to be your pockets. So this is going to be your album. Then what you're going to do is take some glue, some wet glue, put a little bit right there, a little bit down the center, and then a little bit over here on this side. Just one little run, and then you're going to press all of those down. That's going to create your little pockets there. So see, now you've got that, and you have pockets on the inside. Now I have already done my other ones. I didn't want to hold you up on here while you watched me score all of these, so I've already done these others. So there are my 4 right there. As you can see, that paper pack is lovely. Then what you're going to need is you're going to need 8 of the solid cardstock, and the solid cardstock, which I'm using this green, the solid is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then the pattern, I used some scraps that I had out of the same paper pack, 4 1/2 by 6 1/2, and you're going to mat that on there. As you can see, you're going to be able to put a 4 by 6 photo on here. So you're going to need 8 of those. So I just used some of my scraps that I had, and I think I might have had to cut into 1 sheet of paper. So I've got those already done for you. You know how to mat, so I don't need to show you how to do that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to glue these together, back to back. So you're just going to glue them just like that. Decide which one you want to be the front, and then just go with it. And I really think I want this one to be the front. I like that on there. So I think I'm going to let that one be the front, and probably that one be the back. So I think I'm going to glue them together just like this. So I'm going to glue all of these together, and then I'll be back, because it's going to take just a little bit to get all this glue on here. But all you need to do is put a good adhesive. You can do this with score tape. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. Just put a good adhesive on the back, and then just glue each one together, making sure that they're laying the same way. So see, I will just take this one, making sure that my opening's here, and lay it right down on top of that one, and just make sure that they line up really well, and press that down. Just like that. And then take your next one. So we're going to put our glue here. So I'm going to go on and glue these together, and then we'll be right back and we'll finish this little album up. This is just how quick this thing goes together. Alright, now you're going to cut a piece that is 1.5 inch by 9. And you're not going to really fold it, you're just going to kind of push it together to just make a little bit of a bend in it. And this is going to go over your spine right there. The reason we want to do that, we want to cover up all of these places where we put that together. And since this has that foiling on there, I'm going to use some score tape on it. The glue would hold, but I would just have to wait a while to get it to adhere. So I'm just going to use score tape. Okay, now since I really want the front to be straight, I want the back to be straight, but if it's a little bit off, it's not going to matter as much as the front. So I'm going to start with the front first. I just pull the backing off of my score tape, and I'm just going to run that right up through there, straight as I can get it, just like that. Then we're going to flip it over, and we'll pull this backing off, and then put this down. That has the edge of our book. Now we can go in and put in our mats. So just go through and put your mats in, and you can decorate all this up in here if you want to. Okay, there we go. We've got all of our mats in, and now it's just a matter of decorating the front. Now, what I did is I took a die set that I have, and I will link this below if I can find it. It's called Modern Essentials, and this is by Couture Creations, and it's this one. And I used the fourth one from the outside, and then the fifth one to do this. And I took a piece of the paper, the pattern paper, and then I took a piece of that solid green that we're using, and I'm going to put that down just like that. Okay, and then we're going to pop this up. Grab my pop dots. Ooh. And I'm going to put that at kind of an angle right there. And then I cut using another die that I had, and I will link this below if I can find it. I'm going to put that create right across there. Okay, and then we have some flowers that I'm going to put on here. So if you want to make this completely flat, you can just use flat flowers, but I'm going to puff it up just a little bit. I don't think it's going to hurt anything, because if they use it as a little mini album, it'll be cute anyway. Right there. Tuck this little bud up under there, like that. And then I cut some little branches, and this again is using a die that I have. This is a graphic 45 die that we had in the store last year. So I'm going to tuck these in. they'll go good just like that. So we'll put a little glue on the back of them and tuck them in. And I want that one to lay down just a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue up there on top. There we go. And as always, we're going to grab our bling. And put those on there just like that. And that is a quick and easy little mini album. And as you can see, you've got plenty of places to put photos and journal and that kind of thing. And this is a thick enough paper that it's not going to tear, it's not going to warp anything. So these will be really good to use at craft fairs. Now I'm going to go ahead, I think, and put a piece of seam binding around it just to tie it up so it'll stay closed. I think this color will work. There is some of this color in the background, so we're going to cut a piece of that off. And you could use some kind of twine, rope, whatever to tie this, or string, ribbon. So there you go. There is your cute little mini album. You make these up with the paper that you have in your stash that you're not using for anything else, and sell these at craft fairs and make you a few dollars to buy more craft stuff, I would say. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that little bell when that little bell pops up so that you'll be notified when we put out new videos. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.